Hello and welcome in for the back nine of the 2025 Silver Cup Pro presented by Discraft and Rollin Ridge. We have newly crowned Masters World Champion Paul Oman tied up at the top with myself, Parker Welck, and we have Kasey Chambers and Andy Wacha not too far behind. Let's see who can make a push in this final round. Back nine starts now. Hole 10 at Silver Creek Park, 362 feet. A bit of a treacherous one. There's OB on the right side the entire way and bushes galore on the left. You do not want to go in either of those. You're going to want to throw something a bit neutral and have it maybe flip up to flat and then finish left. So kind of a tricky shot, but we'll make it happen. Paul throwing that pretty much perfectly. And Kasey Chambers following him. And another great shot. Andy Wacha following strong too. And I did not get that to flip up too much, but I think I'll still have a putt there.
Parker.
And that is a missed opportunity for myself. And Andy, it looked like he had a bunch of bushes or maybe that single tree to deal with there. That's why he was straddling out to the side. And Paul will take the birdie and go ahead by one stroke. And really a fantastic drive by Kasey. This hole is a lot more difficult than it looks on camera. I threw 3 different drivers off this tee for the 3 different rounds and still didn't figure it out. So we go to hole 11, 481 feet. This one is eagleable. You got to throw something on hyzer, have it flip up perfectly through this gap right here. And hopefully it flies straight enough or, you know, give yourself any sort of look. It's a wide open basket, so you can really make it from anywhere. All going with the deep hyzer flip. And that looks perfect. The crowd loves it. Getting collapsed, he's got to be really close. He said he slipped, and that's going to be out of bounds. Yep, out of bounds on the path. He'll have to take that a little further back, but he threw it in yesterday for eagle, so maybe he'll throw it in today for a birdie. And Andy Wacha taking the route less taken, I guess. Found a gap through the trees. It was looking great. It just barely caught the top of the tree there and dropped it, but I should have a very long look for the eagle. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know that he almost threw that one in. He did eagle it yesterday with the throw-in though, which was awesome. And I missed left, but good height. And Andy just laying up to get the easy bird. I think I was making some chicken noises at him. Solid par by Kasey after going out of bounds pretty early off the tee. And I have a little bit of meat left on the bone here for my birdie. Solid hit. And that's insane. I mean, to get a shot that close, it has to be CTP. You have to throw such a specific disc, exactly how he threw it. It's got to be flipping up basically the whole way. Very technical shot. So, props to Paul on that one. Great eagle. We get to hole 12, 576 feet. This one also is eagleable, but you have to have a tailwind, unfortunately. We had a headwind, so it makes it a lot more difficult to get this one. There is a OB right, OB long, and Mando pull that you have to worry about off the tee. Looks a little wide and missed the Mando to the right. So he'll be going to that short tee pad you see right there. And I like this play by Andy. Simple sidearm, push it out to the right side, and you have a pretty routine shot going towards the pin as long as you just miss the entry tree. I'm going for the eagle still. I clipped some low hangers, slowed it down, and didn't flip it at all really, but drops me in a pretty solid spot.
Take that. For sure take that.
Kasey taking the smart play as well. So he really just has to miss that one light tree up there. If he gets past that, he should be putting for par. I think he's still putting for par. He probably has like a 40-footer downhill putt, but if he missed the tree, it would have been a lot easier. Kasey also catching a tree. He'll have this very similar putt. And none of the players so far have made it down the hill, so they'll all be putting from up top. And that should be good. Super solid putt by Paul. He knew I was right there under the basket. He didn't want to drop two to me. It's a lot of pressure on that putt. And another solid putt. I really love this pin position. I like the fact that if you don't make it through the gap, you have a really difficult putt going down towards the basket. I'll tap in my birdie. And we'll get one stroke back on Paul. Hole 13, 342 feet. This one is very tough. There's not going to be a lot of birdies on this hole. This gap you have to hit is extremely tiny. And if you hit a tree, you're more than likely going to be kicked off the fairway. And if you're left side, you're going to be really struggling to even take the par here. Andy going towards that left side. He needs it to kick out. Oh, pretty good break there. If you're 15 feet to the left of that, you're going to have absolutely nothing. And this looks great. Little kiss off the tree and should be basically parked. All going right and kicks off a tree back left. He'll be putting for birdie as well. That looks really good. Those are going to be the 3 best shots you'll see on this hole in a group, for sure. I highly doubt there was a card that went 4 for 4 through the gap. Solid putt by Paul again.
Yep.
Those are 2 super tester putts. Both of them were in the heart. He's looking good. Well, 3 under on that hole. That's that deserves some applaud there. Really, really good. In 14, we don't have a drone preview because we play the longer pin. The U.S. women's played the white pole right there. But we're just going a bit further. There is OB behind the basket and a really tough hole. Looks like it caught some high stuff and just dropped to the center of the fairway. No chance for birdie from there, but should be able to pitch up there and take his par pretty easy. And I like the line on Andy's shot. That is basically what you want right there. Paul's pitching up. Kasey pitching up. This is like a in-betweener hole, I'd say. I think the par should be like a 3.3, 3.2, you know, something like that. It's a bit too difficult for the field to get birdies on this hole. Although I'll have a look here. And just a little left again, or a little short, whatever you want to call it. Nice. You know, Paul is a Pro Tour player. I am a Pro Tour player. Kasey and Andy, you don't see on the Pro Tour, but they have nerves of steel. These guys are basically keeping up, and I love to see that. They are not getting affected by the camera. They're not getting affected by the crowd. They're making it happen. Gets a 15, 411 feet. It is a par 4, but man, this thing is like straight uphill. If you throw a decent tee shot, it should feel like the easiest hole on the planet. But sometimes you throw it in the woods and make it pretty hard on yourself. You really don't need a full power shot here off the tee, but I know everyone is basically throwing full power. And I thought I beat the tree, but just barely caught it. Kicks me out. And that looks great. The tree ends right about there. He threw his probably a foot to the right of mine. So he'll be in a fantastic spot looking right at the basket. He might even have a chance to throw it in. Same with Kasey. Great drive. And Andy a bit inside. But he kicks out as well. So pretty fortunate tree kicks for both Andy and myself. And he'd like to see that upshot just a bit further, I believe. Ooh. Hold it just a bit. I think he got through enough to at least have a putt. And Paul didn't want any part of that thrown eagle, but he'll have to settle for his 3-inch tap-in birdie. And big mistake by Andy. You got to get that upshot closer to the pin. And Chambers just a little right side. We were talking about nerves. Maybe the nerves are actually getting to these guys coming down the line. Or maybe he just had some trees in his way or some bushes. I don't know. I wasn't over there. But I'll take my birdie. Andy will tap in his par. Kasey will also take par. And Paul Oman stays one ahead. Hole 16, 538 feet. You'll see so many different plays on this. There's that Mando on the left that you have to avoid, woods on the right, and OB line on the left over the road. So you kind of just got to throw one out there, get lucky through the trees, and then pitch up, take your birdie, basically. This one should be easy on paper, but doesn't always play that way. Mine catches the tree, drops down. Paul also taking the backhand line. Catches some shrubs. Might have helped him there. He might have been in the woods if he didn't hit that. Seems like a pretty good spot. And here is the roller. Oh my goodness, that looks perfect. Get out of the road. Oh my goodness. That is insane. What a shot by Kasey. Andy and Paul throwing very similar shots. And I'm having a bit of a tricky lie here. Gotta throw a low forehand flex. And you'll see if you go back, my left foot kind of gave out on me when I went to swing back, and that just didn't come out of my hand properly after that. Andy with a slight mistake there. He probably wanted to swing that a little wider. Paul's looking like he wants to go over the top of the first bush and under the second tree. Catches the late tree, drops down. He'll have a look. And here's my birdie look. Kind of in these shrubs, about 70 feet. Just high. Oh, great big by Andy. He knows that one was important. And what a putt. Paul Oman off the tree. It doesn't matter. Right in the heart. Super solid putt by Paul. And Kasey, this is a big putt to go 2 ahead of Andy. Right off the top. I really wanted to see him eagle this hole. That drive is absolutely insane. But he'll take a birdie and still take 1 stroke on Andy. All right, 2 holes left. Paul has me by 2 strokes. Hole 17, 422 feet. OB literally everywhere, basically. There is a Mando on the right you have to worry about, but you basically just have to land inbounds, maybe pitch up, take your par. This one I think normally is a par 4, but in the tournament, because the pros are here, you got to make it 1 par less. It's definitely an in-betweener hole. Paul with a solid sidearm. I think he's just trying to stay safe. Playing for par, he knows he has 2 strokes. Kasey, that looked pretty decent as well. Might have a look for birdie.
That might be parked, actually.
I hate it out of the hand, but it ended up being really close to the pin. I thought I pulled it over with that wind, and I thought I was going to keep riding right, but those enforcers like to be overstable. Andy just catching some branches, dropping down. He'll probably have to settle for a par here. Or maybe he's running it. I don't know. That road is right behind it. Solid layup, and I can't imagine Paul running this. Solid layup. No stress tap in. And I got a birdie to go within 1 stroke going into the final hole. And oh my goodness. Can't help but laugh it off, you know. That's a tough pill to swallow there. But there's still plenty of opportunity on the last hole. It is an eagleable hole for sure. So I don't feel like I'm out of it just yet. But if you're Paul, you gotta be thinking like, wow, I can breathe now. That feels good, because I think 18 is one of the easier holes at 881 feet. It is a par 5. You basically just want to throw it to the top of this hill and then throw a monster drive off this. And if you're going for the birdie, you want to land before the trees. If you're going for the eagle, you want to try and crash through them, but there is that OB line just behind the basket. So, step 1, land up there, be safe. And that is inside. He's not going to be able to swing his arm there. We'll see if he elects to just pitch out, or we'll see. Decent shot by Kasey, but it is a bit short. He probably is going to have to do a giant turnover shot, which is slightly sketchy. And that is a picture-perfect drive. I'll have the opportunity to go for an eagle here while Paul is probably going to have to pitch out.
Yeah.
And he gets through that little branch, and he's sitting pretty too. Here's that big turnover I was talking about, and it doesn't look like it's going to come out of it, but Still a decent shot. All throwing it to the bottom. And Paul's got some very sneaky sidearm power is what I learned during this round. He's so much fun to watch. Andy catching some limbs, but luckily just goes right through him and out there. And that looks like a pretty dang easy birdie to me, unless he wants to go for the eagle. And here it is. Might need to sit. There is out of bounds, and I'm having eagle putt to tie it up. Yeah. And this is it. Paul needs to stick this close. He knows I'm putting for eagle. This is a lot of stress to hit a gap right now. And that seems to be good enough. We'll see where he ends up. Andy laying up for that birdie. And that's Paul's disc sitting about 22 feet away from the basket. Not a gimme putt. If I make this, we put the pressure on. And air ball. Dang. We'll still take the birdie. And I had so much fun out here in Wisconsin. I met a lot of really good people. Really fun spot to play disc golf if you guys ever get the opportunity. Head up there, play some leagues. All the people are just really, really good people. And here we go. Paul Oman to win. Right in the heart. What a competitor. He is just loving life. I know he just booked a plane ticket to Europe as well, and pretty good payout at this event, and I think he just got himself a free ticket to Europe. So that's always nice. Andy, great tournament as well. And Kasey. Yeah. Man, that was a lot of fun. Really fun tournament. I always love competing with Paul.
Congratulations. Thank you. I got a 4, Kasey.
I had a 4 as well.
4, Parker. 4. Andy. 4. Yeah.
All 4s? All 4s. Yeah. Great plan.
Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your 2025 Silver Cup presented by Discraft and Rollin Ridge champion, Paul Oman.
Yes. Been coming to this tournament since 2016 when the DGBT first came here. Keep coming back. Maybe you'll get you a Silver Cup. Thanks, Zenova. Everybody get home safe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Second place, tournament champion, Parker Welck. Congratulations, Parker. Good job.
In the bag.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Third place, Tom. Yes. In third place, Tom Earhart. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay.
It's not great.
Steve, with the Kasey, your shirt.
Fourth place, Kasey Chambers. Yeah, buddy.
Right. I'm the disc golf guy, and that was my video blog. Paul, 8 days ago, crowned world champion in one of the most epic final rounds we've ever seen. Now you step up to MPO, take down an A tier, about 5 hours east of where you're just crowned world champ.
Yeah.
Is anybody having a better life than you right now?
I mean, there's a lot of people in Europe that look like they're having a lot of fun. But I made my decisions, and I'm enjoying what I've been doing here. So yeah, why not?
Well, it's pretty incredible. What is there ever a decision as to MPO versus MP40? Obviously, you win that world title, but
Yeah.
you're clearly competitive and then some in MPO. What's going to make those decisions?
I mean, this isn't a DGPT course. You know, this is something I'm very familiar with. I've got a couple second place trophies here, so I think I had to come and get one of these beautiful silver cups. But yeah, I mean, there's a great field, 90 plus players in the field this week, so I think it was kind of a no-brainer.
Okay, what's next for you then?
I just bought my my flight to Europe. So me and Kale and our buddy Jake Slogat, we're going to Dublin for a couple days, tour around Ireland, and then heading to Tampere.
All right, well, I guess I'll be seeing you there. Anything you want to say to everybody before we let you go?
Thanks for tuning in. What is it? Smash that like button, hit the subscribe for Terry. Help him out. He's out here doing all his work, giving you guys something to watch.
I'm always looking up to you, buddy. Congrats, Paul Oman. You're champion here at the Silver Cup.
Thanks.
Well, there it is. Paul Oman, champion. And there's your leaderboard. Parker Welck and Thomas Earhart on the podium. Really, really fun tournament. And like Paul said, smash that like button, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube things like Terry says. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at DiscGoat. And we'll see you guys next time. Later.